Hey guys, so I've been talking about taking action, motivation. It's okay to be where you're at. Don't resist where you're at. Life is to be lived. Embrace it. The more you resist it, the more you're just perpetuating it. Let me show you this book. It's called The Happiness Trap. If you're unhappy, be unhappy. Because if you try and put a happy smiley face on it, it doesn't always work, because there's who you are behind closed doors and then there's who you are out in public. Now, the closer these two are, the happier you're going to be. You know, it's so hard to put on a happy smiley face when that's just not how you feel inside. You put a lot of pressure on yourself, and the more you just accept. And this book, by the way, it's based on a therapy known as ACT. I spoke about it in a previous video, and ACT stands for Acceptance and Commitment Therapy. And the more you begin to accept where you're at, the more you begin to be okay with yourself, and you actually, it's easier to transform and change from that place, because you're not judging yourself and beating up on yourself. A lot of the times we beat up on ourselves to be something else, and it's that whole thing of there's who you would prefer to be and who you are now, and you find that who you are now is lacking, and there seems to be a big chasm, there's a big gap between who you want to be and who you are. But if you're gonna be able to go on the journey to becoming who you would prefer to be, it starts by, I've found, it starts by accepting yourself fully. And when you do that, you don't go on that journey to prove anything to anyone. And a lot of us, we do that at the start. I've done it in my younger years, and it's wanting to, I was going to say, it's wanting to be at the top, you know, wanting to be the top dog. But really it comes from a place, that competitiveness, wanting to be the best out of everyone else, wanting the best car, best job, best physique. It really comes from a place of yearning to feel enough, yearning to feel adequate, to feel appropriate to life. And there's been times where I felt like I was inadequate, and when I was addicted to chemical substances, I was unbalanced, and I was undermining myself. So I knew what I could be, and there was what I was currently being, addicted and controlled, living compulsively, and I knew I could be living consciously and consciously choosing what I want to do with my life, how I want to, the kind of person I want to be, the kind of lifestyle I want. So I found myself in that place of living compulsively, and that feeling of undermining myself, that's what really got me to change, because I just realized I'm really hurting myself, and that became too uncomfortable to bear. And that's when I dropped the addictions. I dropped the nicotine, I dropped the cannabis addiction, And there's nothing inherently wrong with cannabis. In my opinion, it's a plant, it's a tree, it's a teacher. But like with anything in life, if you abuse it and you come to rely upon that as the source of your good feelings, that's when it becomes a negative influence. You are your source of happiness. So it was the uncomfortableness of knowing that I was undermining myself that allowed me to let go of those addictions. So acceptance is key. Being okay with where you're at, and you can move from where you're at. I watched a video yesterday and a guy was talking about jumping into the river. Jump in to what you're interested in and just allow it to flow and take you where it's going to take you without having to know where it's going to take you. So I like that. I like that idea of just jumping into it right now, here, right now, without being overly concerned as to how I'm going to arrive at that point. And what I mean by arriving at that point of what I believe to be where I'm going to be comfortable, where I'm going to be financially comfortable. And it doesn't work, because when you are fixated on that point and you have expectations that you've got to arrive at this point, it takes you away from the present moment. And I'm not as light-hearted, I'm just not as happy. So, yeah, accept yourself. And if you can't accept yourself, accept that you can't accept yourself right now. So whatever it is you've got resistance to, like, if I can't accept it, I can accept that I can't accept it. And that opens up doors. It has opened up doors for me. So be who you are. Chill. Be who you are. If you're sitting with some bad feelings, do the tapping, the faster EFT. If you need help with that, contact me. Release and let it go. Release and let it go. Take a deep breath. And peace. It helps to just take the edge off of it. So you're owning your emotions so that they don't own you and they don't drive you. So you're taking control of your life. You're taking control of your destiny. Hope you got something from that. Catch you next week. Peace.